All right, welcome back. We're going to finish off this hello world, and we're going to do this by actually making this work, right? Like, so there is some bit of interactions that we get. I can press the button, and by its default behavior, it will have this like depress sort of image, and it's possible that you could hear a click sound. And this right here, you could start typing your name, and you could see that happen. So there is some sort of user interface interactivity, but nothing really does what I want. So the objective is to enter a name here, and when I hit the button, it says instead of hello world, it'll change that to hello, and then whatever name you put in. So we are going to head over to the main activity side, and we are going to start wiring up our views. That means that we're going to make it so that we have communication between this side where we have our logic and the other side where we have our user interface, and then we're going to put in the behavior. So let's see, one of the first things we're going to do is we are going to say that we're going to have a button. Let's call that button the display button. Display button is equal to find view by ID. I hit autocomplete and I got those elbow brackets. I don't want those. Inside of find view by ID, we're going to use r.id and then display button. Now, I had a technical difficulty, and all of the so some of the recording got lost, and I had to go back and redo it. But in the meantime, I had changed all of these IDs. So the IDs that you're seeing show up, edit text name, display button, greetings text, those were changed. It's something that I meant to do in the video to say, look, those are not good names. They're generic. They're auto-generated. It's going to say edit text 2, edit text 3, as I add more and more of the same type of widget. And that doesn't, it's not really good coding style. You want something that invokes the message of what this thing is when you go to code it. And so you gave them names that are a little bit better. All right, so display button dot display button. Okay, so over here, this is the variable we're going to refer to it as. Here is the ID. I'll show you that in activity main. Go into code. The ID for the button is display button. All right, we're going back. Okay, so this is an error. If I go like val display button, it's still going to be an error because it wants me to declare what type of thing this is, and it's going to be of type button. Now, unfortunately, I want this button to perhaps have a global scope. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say I will make this something that I will initialize later, late init var display button of type button. All right, now this says that it's unused, and this says that it's unused because this is local to the onCreate, and this is global to the entire program. If I get rid of this, now they refer to the same thing. And I don't need to say that this is of type button because I already said it up here. And we'll talk in class about kind of the minutia of why I did that and what some of these, basically kind of some of the features are for Kotlin that made it so that I wanted to do that. All right, so got that one. Now we're going to do the same thing for the other fields, not for the other fields. We're going to do that for the other views. Those views are the edit text and the text view. The text view is just the thing that currently says hello world, and the edit text was where I could put in my name. So we're going to do that, but we're going to do that while setting the on-click listener for the display button. So display button dot set on-click listener. It gives you parentheses, which makes sense, but we're putting curly braces. We're going to go view of type view And we are going to set that to, okay. Now inside of my set on click listener, I am going to now wire up my other views. And so that's going to be val. Let's see, for the edit text, I don't have a great name for it. Let's just call it edit text is equal to, got to set the type, just like I did before with the button, but then erased it. So it is of type edit text. And we're going to set that equal to find view by ID, passing in r.id.edit text name. All right, that one's fine. We're going to do it again for the text field. That one was the greetings message. Greetings message of type text view is equal to find view by ID, passing in r.id.edit text, no greetings text. Okay. All right. So those are both grayed out because I have not used them. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to fetch the text that is in edit text. So let's say that's val text to display. And that's going to be equal to edit text dot get text dot toString. All right, now this is no longer gray because I have used it. Now we are going to change the text that is in the text view, and that's the greetings message. So we're going to go greetings message, and if I mistakenly go, let's set that equal to set text, and then inside, you know, whatever it is that I want, currently empty string. Well, this doesn't work, and it's not because it's empty string. If I type in a real message in there, it's still not going to be any good. All right, var versus val. Var means it can vary, val means it cannot. So it's kind of like one is final and the other is not. One is immutable, the other is mutable. So those are my two options for whenever I declare a value inside of Kotlin. So this right here, one of my base instincts is, oh, wait, I set this to val. If I make it var because I want to change it, that should work. But yeah, although that's sometimes the fix, this one was just supposed to be a function call, greetings message.setText. And then we're going to go hello, we're going to put a space outside of the quotes, plus for concatenation, and then whatever text to display is. All right. Let's see if this works. All right, paused it while this guy was loading. Looks good so far. I've tried this a couple of times in the past, and when I have errors, something doesn't show up right. I've seen the user interface kind of like out of order, or the word's not displaying right, and those are just hints that, you know, something big is wrong. This all looks good so far. Let's see if it's going to work. Enter my name. Okay, I'm pretty sure that I didn't type my last name that poorly. Fun, but I could have kept it. All right, this doesn't show up right. I'm going to keep it. I'm going to keep it. All right, so I'm going to hit the button. And it says hello, and then misspells my name because I misspelled my name, but it works. All right, now in class we will explain that in, you know, much slower manner and more detail, but just wanted this video here in case you missed anything. All right.